Good evening, Rusk enjoyers. Captain alright, 'cause it's time for the 48-hour analysis. Basically, in this video, I'm looking at all skins in the Rust store, making comparisons to previous Rust store skins to get a good idea in regards to, well, how much will each of these skins sell by next Thursday. And then knowing that, we'll then question, are these skins still holding up to being perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you need to be aware of? So sit back, relax, I'm going to start yapping. Right, so here's the first 24 hours of sales, and across the board, all the skins here selling much better compared to the skins that we've seen over the past few weeks. Like, it is looking very impressive. The February 4 swipe with the primitive update, a lot of people turned up. Over the course of this weekend, we saw a very nice high player count, and, well, loads of people have seen this Rust store, loads of people bought these skins. I hope that's more genuine demand, as in people have bought these skins because they actually want to use them, compared to people who bought them purely thinking that, oh, I can flip it for a profit. Remember, that can lead to problems. Oversaturation is definitely something we want to be a little bit hesitant about. But overall, things are looking very good, and, well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a few of these skins reach up to 30,000 subscribers this week. A very rough generalisation, but, well, you know, we'll talk about that in a bit, won't we? Anyway, overall, things are looking very nice, but we also have to be quite wary about what's happening over the course of the next few weeks. So, first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at the first 48 hours of sales. Now, just to quickly inform you, it is a bit later as of this recording. I did take a screenshot earlier, you can see it right here. So, 48 hours in, Black Ops AK47, just under 20,000 subscribers. Great Siege Garage Door, pretty much the same. Barbarian Jacket, just a couple thousand below. So, overall, these skin sales are looking pretty good. Like, the amount that we see here is, like, on a good day, the final amount you'd see for a skin after 7 days. So, yeah, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me to see some of these skins reaching up to 30,000 subscribers this week. Right, now let's hop over to here. It's a little bit later. Not that much has changed in regards to the amounts that have sold, but we still have another, few more days to go in with this in the Rust store. And, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident, as a very strong guess that we'll be seeing a few of these skins reach over 30,000 subscribers. Okay, well, let's go ahead and actually put an effort in to see if that's likely going to be the case. But overall, things are looking very impressive. But as I was alluding to, the player counts. As we get closer and closer to the March-April time, unfortunately, you should expect prices to drop off. The player count, this past weekend, well, literally today, I should say, we have achieved over 230,000 people playing, all right? So, okay, that's very impressive. That's nice. I don't think we'll see the same thing happening with March. I don't think there's a big update coming out for that. And I don't expect it to happen April as well. We might, have some nice people turning up for Easter. Oh, you love your Easter egg hunts, don't you? But point is, typically every single year, from January to March and April, you see a bit of a drop-off. This is a routine thing that happens pretty much every single year. Just be aware of that, and be wary that, these skin prices are likely to drop off because of it, okay? It's a routine thing that happens every single year, and of course, after Easter, we have the summer, and the last summer we had was very, very nice. But with the amount of people we've seen been playing over the course of these past couple months, it's been really good. So I'm really looking forward to finding out how many people are turning up for the summer this year, especially considering we have some interesting updates, such as the cooking update and the jungle biome release, all right? So, okay, just be a little bit positive, but just be wary that prices are expected to go down a fair bit. That very likely will be causing all of these to go down as well. Do not be surprised if all of these skins at one point are in the negative. How low will that be? Probably not like drastically, terribly down, but just don't be surprised, okay? Sometimes it's better off just to stick with doing a buy order. Okay, now let's properly go through all these skins and question how much they're going to sell by next Thursday. Black Ops AK47, a perfectly fine looking design. In my Rust rotation video, feel free to go ahead and give that a good look, because I do a comparison with a Commando AK47. Point trying to get across is, right now this is in the Rust store at $3 a piece. People do appreciate a very nice, sleek black design with a very useful red aim sight. That is exactly what the Commando AK47 is. And it just so happens to be $1 cheaper. Okay, well, fair enough. But the point I definitely got across was, when it comes to black AK-47s, they actually tend to do a very good job of, retaining their value and, usually ending up in the positive. Case in point, the Commando AK, which came out quite late last year, it's down in price at the moment, but it's only down by 20%, when most of these are down by like 50%. Ugh. Now, this was in the positive just a couple of weeks back during post-Christmas, during January, and, when times are good again, maybe around the summertime, that'll go back up into the positive again. I wouldn't be surprised. Scroll down a little bit more, you can see the Black Diamond AK47, $6 at the moment, perfectly in the positive. People do like, people do appreciate. And then late in 2023, we saw the arrival of the Ninja AK47, the highest skin we've ever seen for an AK47 with almost 45,000 subscribers, only down by 20%, because people like it, people appreciate it. These black AK-47s, they can sell pretty ridiculously, and they can still hold up quite nicely with their value in the future. But if we keep seeing more and more and more and more and more, and also take into consideration the Twitch drops, with the current batch of Twitch drops, we have 4 AK-47s. None of them are like, you have Tabsy's black and gold one. Hey, there will be more Twitch drop AK-47s. You know that's an inevitability. You can't escape it. So, hey, just keep an eye out, all right? Now, the amount of sales this is likely going to have, so over to here, let's go ahead and figure that out properly. 14,600 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. Does anything compare? Well, you're going to have to go a bit further back, aren't you? That did 15,600, 11,000. Okay. Well, we don't have anything super precise, but maybe the garage door from a couple of weeks back, the Snake Lord garage door with 15,600 subscribers, is going to be all right. We can also quickly just remind ourselves of the Deep Ruby AK-47. Now, that still reached quite a high amount, but obviously did sell a fair bit less compared to what we have right now after 24 hours of sales. So anyway, let's just go back and do some comparisons. So back 2 weeks, pretty please. January 23, we saw the first week of Lunar New Year for 2025. That garage door did over 33,000 subscribers. Now if we go back 1 week before that, what do we see? We have this Deep Ruby AK-47 with 30,000 subscribers. That really did pick up like towards the very end. Like a lot of people turned up and bought it around then. It has dropped down in price. That's another thing I have to bring up to you. Cool looking AK, very interesting looking design, almost half in price at the moment. Yep. Okay, so yeah, that only had 11,000 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales, but that did about 30,000 subscribers. And then, of course, the garage door, which sold just a little bit more, that only did like a few thousand more. So, I'll just give you a very rough generalization. I think we're going to see between 30 to 35,000 subscribers. As of what I'm seeing right now, it looks like this could slow down a fair bit, but I do still see it. And I do still expect it to reach about 30,000. Also, just to quickly remind you, the Rust store, from 2 days ago, this one right here, it was an early Rust store. Next Rust store, I don't expect it to be rotating early. All right, it might last for quite a while. Maybe it'll be quite a late Rust store rotation. We shall see. But just want to get that point across. It might just get an extra couple hours in. So, okay, 30 to 35,000 subscribers. Is that a bit concerning? Well, with what I just showed you with the other black AK-47s, maybe not so much, but I do still expect it to drop down in price. And when you look at the Commando AK, which is pretty much nearly the exact same type of design, and it's only down by 20% at the moment, maybe you do something like that. But again, it's an abnormal skin. We don't have to rush into buying it. By all means, if you like the skin, buy it, treat yourself, appreciate it. But if you're looking at it as an investment, we can wait. So, of course, I had to quickly go through the routine of explaining what an abnormal is. So here's my YouTube. Go over to here. Consider watching the most recent Ruskin Abnormal Barders video. Watch the first 5 minutes, scroll down, skip ahead to the Barders chapter. You will essentially understand everything after you do that. But in short, every single week, certain skins have a special detail about them that makes them become marketable before the roster even rotates. And we know exactly when they become marketable. So if you know when it's about to appear in the Steam market, you can prepare a price that you want to offer, race to put it down, and then afterwards give it a good 30 minutes, look at it again, look and see how many barders it already has, look and see how high they go with the price, and you'll get a very good idea if it's going to do a good chance of potentially retaining its value in the future or not. Sounds good? All right then, so it's going to be very insightful for you, I assure you that. Right, so yeah, 30 to 35,000 subscribers. Quite a lot. And then we turn our head over and we see the Great Siege garage door, pretty much with the exact same amount almost. And if I could just quickly hop back over to here, again, near enough, nearly the exact same amount. So for the Great Siege garage door, it's pretty much the same thing. I do expect that to potentially do between 30 to 35,000 subscribers as well. But that's garage door. Now I know with AKs we have a stupidly high amount of them, and rarely do you see any of them work out nicely. But like I said, black AK-47s, they appear to be a little bit more special. All right, fair enough, it's nice to see. But when it comes to garage doors, we know this pretty well, don't we? Because pretty much all of last year, the amount of garage doors we saw, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, we keep seeing more and more and more and more being accepted. Now, just to really get this point across as well, we've had 5 weeks so far of this year, and we've got 5 garage doors already. And there will be more Twitch drops in the future and whatnot. Okay, well, fair enough. Also, don't forget Valentines. There's going to be... Oh, mate. The amount of Valentines garage doors, the amount of Valentines garage doors it's insanity. Like, I'll have a short video, kind of showing off like 15 of them, and then there was even more that appeared. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a Valentine's garage door. I mean, Facepunch can decide not to, but if you saw how many there were, you'd be... Please consider watching my Rust Workshop skin checks for that. If we could just quickly go over to here, to the main YouTube page, you can witness it yourself, the amount of garage doors that are submitted. But that's not all of them, because I only see so many people. I actively look for the people that, you know, have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in Rust stores. With the official list, which I'll show you a little bit later in this video, there's over 200 Valentine skins that are submitted. So yeah, I really am like sticking the point that we're going to probably see even more garage doors pretty soon as well. But let's talk about this one specifically. With 30 to 35,000 subscribers potentially next week, I mean, I want to bring this up. This is a cool looking skin. And I know a lot of people bought it because they genuinely like it. And I hope in the future it retains interest and keeps the value up and whatnot. But, like, I am looking forward to what these guys produce next. Like, with what they've designed here, oh, mate, Easter's just around the corner, guys. You could do, like, an Easter egg hunt on a garage door or something. You could pull it off. You could pull it off. Don't sweat. But no, I think they could do some very cool looking designs with the what they have here. So if you're watching, you know, credit me for the idea. Anyway. For all future like events, big updates and whatnot, I hope they do garage doors like this. I think we could see some very interesting looking designs, and in the future, I can see this, you know, going down in price. Probably, you know, around March, April time, it might drop off down to maybe like $2 or something. I could see it spring back up and do ever so nicely during the summer. But how many garage doors will we see being accepted this year? How many will we see being accepted by the summer? Yep. So, just to get this point across one more time, last year we saw some very cool looking designs. We saw some awesome looking skins. But there's always going to be another very cool looking like Twitch drop or skin in a Rust door. So yeah. Early in the year, we saw the Shadowborn garage door. That looked cool. And then we had Ramen garage door. And then we had anime girls. I mean, so many choices. So little space to put them all down. But the point remains. Yeah, I'm sure the point is made by now. So yeah, there will be even more cool looking designs. That might be the coolest thing right now. Just you wait until next week. And the week after that. And the week after that. So, yeah. Cool. I mean, literally just the previous couple of weeks back, what do we see? These two awesome looking garage door, down by 2%, down by 23%. The very beginning of this year, we had the Mystic Tree garage door. That looked cool, that looked awesome. It's only down by 3% at the moment, but it's still down in price. The point still remains. Now, as we approach those dreaded, weeks later on, about 2 months' time, these are probably going to drop off a fair bit further. But how you approach this, don't have to worry about it too much now, because that is also abnormal, right? Sorry, I kind of stumbled there for a second, but yeah, you got to be very hesitant and you got to be a bit careful, but I think you could still pick that up for a fairly cheaper price and flip it for a fairly decent price in the summer. I'll keep my eye on it, and I will be chasing after that next Wednesday. So if you don't fully understand abnormals and you want to see it, if you want to see us go through all the details and prepare for it, like I do in these videos, consider watching my stream on Wednesday night, 9 PM London time. Look in the description of this video, you'll see links to all my socials, and next Wednesday, you're more than welcome to come visit, and we'll be racing after those ever so lovely looking, cool looking skins for the current Rust store. Right, so yeah, 30 to 35,000 subscribers. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Barbarian Jacket. Now, this is an awesome looking design. I hope to see some more skins being produced, but Valentine's is in the way, so be prepared for that. This definitely needs some hoodie and pants. Maybe some primitive skins could work out well with it. But yeah, a jacket all by itself, whilst it does look very cool, the transparency, the ripped up body pieces from the looks like it's wolf skin, or bear skin, sorry. It works. It looks nice. And I don't think we have any other Barbarian skins in Rust, so I think, Mr. Multi-R Hat Boris and Mr. Damned in a very good spot. But, if it's all by itself, I don't think it'll be holding up very nicely. And if you could also consider the amount of jackets we have in the game and the amount of transparent front side jackets we have, with the Twitch drops here and the Heavy Knight Jacket, that $2.49 price might not be staying, especially considering the amount that have sold so far. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye on the, the skin creators. Constantly look at their workshop. But I just, it's pink now. But point I'm trying to get across is, I'm sure we'll be seeing a sequel of some sort. They're in a very good position, and there is demand, clearly, with the amount of sales this has. Now, hopping back over to here, we need to go ahead and figure out, how much is that likely to sell by next Wednesday, or rather Thursday. Well, doing a quick comparison, if we could just go a little bit further back and take a look at, not you, I want to look at the, see, nothing is like specifically 14,000. Like, you could look at this, you can look at that again and then remind myself that, that did just over 33,000. I mean, see, it looks strong now, these skins, with the momentum they currently have. And then with things that we just saw recently, those other 2 garage doors, it did slow down towards the end a fair bit. I think with the Barbarian Jacket, I think we could sit here and say maybe 27 to 32,000 subscribers, just a little bit less compared to these two, but still quite a lot, and that is quite a lot. So, let me just remind myself from the previous year, with loads of jackets being accepted, initially we did see them sell quite absurdly, and then it started to slow down because, of course, with more and more and more options appearing, yeah. Now, I guess I could always remember the Berserker Cloak jacket, the very first jacket with transparency in the front. Loads of people thought, oh yeah, that's going to be amazing, that's going to be super cool. It's been 2 years now, and it's already down to, well, it's a quarter of the price it sold for. That's not good. So, just be a little bit hesitant. But, yeah, 27 to 32,000 is starting to look a little bit worrying. I really do hope to see some continuations, but I will probably be doing a lowball barter in that one. Yeah, just out of hesitancy. But I am feeling confident those skin creators will be putting out some more Barbarian skins. You just got to wait a while. But unfortunately, people who invest into skins, they don't want to wait a while. They want instant gratification. They want to see instant continuations. But Valentines is in the way. And I don't know if we're just going to have 1 week or 2 weeks. No clue. So, just giving you a heads up. Right. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Friar, clothing. I think we'll do the head wrap with the shirt together. That'll be fine. So, okay, let's go back over to here. Not the 48 hours. Go away, you. Here we are. So, I just want to quickly bring this up to all of you. The Friar head wrap is a fun gimmick, but it only really works if your character's already bald. If your character has like actual hair, it just makes it flat. So if you had like dark hair and then that, it's all just like, it's like a bowl cut. I guess that's the best way of putting it. Hey, if you still think that's funny, I mean, you're more than welcome to still grab it. But it's only really effective if your character is bald. So I just want to reiterate that, because I think a lot of people bought it thinking, oh yeah, I can dress up like a funny monk. I mean, fair enough. You do what you want to do. I have spoken to Skin Creator. I inquired to him about, the skirt. But I showed this off in the Rust Rotation video. Feel free to go ahead and give that a good look. Skip to the chapter with the clothing here. The skirt is small. It doesn't go down very far, and it doesn't seem to work, which is a bit awkward. Just want to point that out. So I don't know if we're going to be getting a skirt anytime soon. Maybe he just makes pants and some sandal, like burlap shoes or something. But anyway, 9,000 subscribers, 8,500 subscribers. Let's go ahead and try and figure out how much these are likely to sell by next Thursday. So over to here, I'm looking back to the past, and well, it sold, both of these skins sold more than anything here. So let's go over to here. We can see the Serpent Spite Tsar. That did 8,200 along with the Serpent Temple double door. That's pretty cool, maybe for the shirt. What about something with 9,000 subscribers? I'm looking. Wow. There isn't really anything. Well, I mean, you could look at the Thompson for the head wrap, and then the other things. So let's just quickly go back over to here, make that comparison. So let's just go all the way to January 2nd, and I can see that this Thompson reached just over 20,000 subscribers. That's perfectly fine. And if I could just roll back a fair bit, I want to take a look at, what was it again? How could you forget already? I mean, I saw loads of skins. I got mesmerized. I was looking for these two skins in particular from 2 weeks ago. That's what you wanted to do. Well, I'm going back. Here we are. And we can see that these did 17,500 and 18,700. So, okay. For the two skins that we have right here, the Friar head wrap and the Friar shirt, I will sit here and say that I'll be expecting them to do between 17 to 22,000 subscribers. It's a perfectly fine thing to say, but if I had to round that up a little bit better, I believe they'll probably be doing 18 to 21,000 subscribers, the both of them. That is quite a lot. Now, in the past with burlap shirts, they've done pretty good. We have 2 skins here, not exactly doing very nicely, but that was Easter, that was Halloween. Okay, scroll down a bit more. That one's just goofy. But all the other skins doing very nicely. But they also came out with pants. See, this is a little bit of a concern. I'm not 100% sure this is going to be totally fine. And it is doing about 20,000 subscribers potentially, as I quickly go ahead and take a look here. Okay. It's already in the upper half. It's expecting to potentially go all the way over to here. It won't crack top 5. I mean, these are sold quite a fair bit, but they still worked out nicely. But that's blackout, so blackout's cool and people like it. And that's art to protection, that's white camouflage. That, not exactly doing very well. That's just a cool looking suit. People appreciate that. People always like a well-dressed man. These are like green camouflage. So, I mean, it's just still a bit iffy. And it is fresh and new, so I could see that potentially becoming a bit of a problem. But over to here with the Friar head wrap, well, with that potentially doing 20,000 subscribers, will the gimmick help it last? Will the gimmick truly help it work out in the future? The bike was a gimmick, the bike helmet, and that did 23,000 subscribers. So be a bit cautious, right? Don't assume a gimmick's going to always be funny. Don't assume a gimmick's always going to work out nicely. So yeah, with that, if you bought one for yourself like I did, fair enough, enjoy yourself. But be a bit careful. However, if you love to build a church or some sort of temple in servers and want to be goofy, these are like the perfect skins for it. I'd love to see some sequels. I'd love to see a long enough skirt, but Facepunch will have to do that themselves to make it truly work. So, hey, we shall see. All right? But 18 to 21,000 subscribers, it might just be a little bit too much. At the very least, over the course of the next couple months, I think this might be going down in price a fair bit. Hopefully in the summer it works out nicely. Like I said, loads of people would love to dress up like a monk. Okay, so let's move on from here. Let's now discuss the Knight sleeping bag. So I was pretty interested with this acceptance, considering that not too long ago we just had the Black Diamond sleeping bag being accepted. There you go, it's down by 20%, down to $2. That sold at $2.49, it's down to $2. Lo and behold, this right here, selling at $2. Anyway, last year we also happened to have the Spreen sleeping bag. Point I'm trying to get across is, these 3 black backpacks, they don't glow in the dark. Very nice to have outside because no one's going to see them. But if we just had one here, would that end up not selling that much? Well, now's a good time to consider what likely will be the answer. So, over to here. I can see this did 8,400 subscribers. Does anything compare nicely? Well, I mean, you're looking at this here, and we just made some comparisons to those skins from like 2 weeks ago. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I think we could just say 17 to 19,000 subscribers. Yeah, because we just saw that with these two, didn't we? So knowing that, hopping out of here, I just want to quickly remind myself, how much did that sleeping bag that we love? Oh, look, 19,000 subscribers. Now, if anything, I should have gone back to that Rust store with the Black Diamond sleeping bag. Where are you? Here we are. Initially you didn't sell that much. That's pretty interesting. Okay, well, looks like that, had a bit of a strong push towards the very end as well. Okay, it looks like this is going to match up perfectly with the Black Diamond sleeping bag. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, well, they're very similar. And, if people have options, that can be a problem. But with the Black Diamond sleeping bag, it's part of an established collection with full set of clothing and armour and some cool-looking weapons. Just a little bit earlier, we pointed out the AK is doing very nicely at the moment. I can still sit here and say I fully expect the Black Diamond sleeping bag to work out better compared to this one here. That is a bit concerning. Now, this sleeping bag, it is abnormal, right? So just to reiterate, this is abnormal. Next Wednesday night, we'll be able to chase and put down some barders and that. But point I'm trying to get across is you're probably better off with a lower price buy order. It's a perfectly fine looking design produced by Robstar, but will we end up seeing a night set of deplorables, a furnace, a locker, some large boxes, some doors? I don't know. You got to keep an eye on the workshop, but Valentines is in the way. So yeah, quite a considerable amount. And overall, this Rust store is looking pretty packed, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Shall we now talk about the Blacksmith's Tier 3? Okay, so back over to here. This was quite the surprise, as I've already mentioned. Well, I've gone a little bit too far back. Where are we? All right, there we go. Not this one. I'm juggling all these different things. I'm so sorry. So, with this tier 3, it was pulled from the workshop after being on the workshop for over 2 years. And I made this point of, I don't think the skin creators are currently active. Maybe they'll be active now, this surprise acceptance. Don't know, but they haven't exactly been making that many skins over the past couple of years. This tier 3, as you can see, again, a very similar number. 17 to 19,000 subscribers if we're matching up to what the shirt is here and the sleeping bag here. I don't think that's going to be working out very nicely for it. Point I'm trying to get across is, we've had some metallic designs in the past. Last year we had not only the Heavy Knight set and the Cyber set, and I can't even remember the other one, Damascus, there you go. We had all of those, but they ended up being turned into actual full proper collections. They actually kind of worked out quite nicely in the end, and that was nice to see. Because initially, I remember with the Cyber set, so let's just quickly go look this up. We had tier 3, and it went down in price very quickly, because there wasn't anything else. Oh, wow. Look at that right now. Ooh. Ooh. And that did 13,000 subscribers there. That's really not that much, but look at it now. Oh, dear. So for a very long time, we only had that. And then like a month later, we then finally saw a sequel, and that did bump up a fair bit. But as time has gone on, it's still not exactly holding up very nicely. Anyway, if this is expected to do 17 to 19,000 subscribers, and the skin creators aren't active and they don't actually go ahead and produce any more, sequels or anything, that's a big concern, and I do worry for it pretty badly. Now I'm looking at the comments. Did the skin? No one said anything. What if I go over to the chest plate? Has anyone asked, hey, are you going to do a sequel? And no one's saying anything. So I don't know what's going on. I'm concerned. I don't think he'll be retaining that $2 price. Yeah, I think I'm better off with a Wilder. And yes, both those pieces, they are abnormal. All right? So just point that out there, and I'm sure you understand that. It's fine for what it is, but sequels, more clothing and armor would definitely be helpful, but it doesn't look like that will be happening, at least for the foreseeable future, right? Right, we can move on to the weapons. So, I did put out a video today talking about primitive weapon skins. It was more of like a warning, being prepared for certain prices, because not everything is genuine demand. Some people just like to turn up and buy out everything. Consider giving this a good watch. It's more of a, hey, I'm going to look at all the primitive weapons top 3 skins and see how they change over the course of the next few weeks. I have seen quite a lot of swords being bought out. I have seen quite a decent amount of bows and crossbows getting more buy orders put down. Overall, things seem to be interesting, but we need to wait it out a little bit longer. Is the primitive game mode actually enjoyable? Will people be rushing back to jump in and play it again? You tell me. Feel free to comment below. Anyway, so I mentioned that, and now we have these, well, primitive weapons. Crossbow. Got to get this point across. This is made by the same people that made the jacket. This, of course, is from the Heavy Knight collection, which, today... this past weekend, it's been doing pretty good. In fact, let me just show you this. I've been making a few sales today, and yeah, there you go. I bought these when they first came out with a buy order, and I've just held on to them. I was considering selling them during this past January for post-Christmas, but I thought, you know what, maybe with the primitive game mode, maybe it'll do better. I think it did better. I think I've walked away with some sweet, delicious profit, and I'm very happy about that. Forgot to list those. Well, have to do it after this then. But yeah, you can see I've been pretty successful selling those. Right, cool. So that crossbow, that's been accepted. That's very nice to see. I was really rooting for the longsword though. Like, come on, Face Punch, it's perfect. What did they do wrong? Right, anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more of this collection. What else is there that could be made? Maybe some primitive skins? Yeah, we'll see. Tier 2, of course. But we didn't see Tier 2 being accepted. I wonder why. Well, there's a medieval pack that was released with this update, and it also happens to have some Tier 2 armor in it. And I think Face Punch probably doesn't want any Tier 2 armor in this Rustor, simply because they don't want it to conflict with their potential sales for that pack. Just saying. That's it's just a solid guess, but it makes sense. Right, so maybe we'll see that Tier 2 eventually at some point in the future. Anyway, we're here to talk about that crossbow. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. I've given it a good look in my Rust rotation video. Feel free to go ahead and watch that video. But, well, the amount of sales, it's looking pretty strong at the moment. The design is fine. It's part of an established set, and I hope to see some more of it in the future, considering that Tier 2. Just saying. Just want to quickly bring this up. Crossbows, they tend to perform better compared to most weapons and tools. If you look for the cheapest one, you'll see that the cheapest one's like $1.30. They don't crash and burn and go below $1. So at least that's a nice positive thing to be aware of. Now, going over to here and looking and seeing, you know, after the first 24 hours of sales, that did 7,500 subscribers. Whew, that sounds like quite a lot. So if I were to do a quick comparison right now, you could probably compare to the AK that did 7,200 subscribers, maybe. But if we could just go a little bit further back, do we have anything else that we can compare to? I'm looking. We do have the Oathkeeper M249 with 7,340 subscribers. That's probably a very good thing to compare to, actually. Yeah, I think I'll be doing that. I could look at the ISI Garage Door as well. Okay, we'll go back to that then. Right, so let's go to week 1 for Lunar New Year. The M249, how much did you sell? 14,000 subscribers. Go back a week before that, we see the Garage Door. That did 19,000 subscribers. What? Well then. That's quite a big jump. If anything, I think it'll be more similar to the Ophidia. I think what I'll do is I'll make a suggestion of 13 to 15,000 subscribers. So, looking at that, currently at 10,700 subscribers. Are you sure about that, Hedge? Well, you know what? I will probably question that a fair bit more now. And again, with M249s, you don't really get to use them as much. I guess that slowed down a lot towards the end of the week. So you know what? Looking at that crossbow, making a stronger consideration, I think that's going to probably reach between 14 to 17,000 subscribers. I feel like that's a perfectly fine thing to suggest. Now, looking at all the crossbows, making some comparisons and seeing what's the highest selling one of the past. I'm looking over here. Lunar Ox Crossbow, 27,000 subscribers. Wow, I didn't realise we saw one sell that much in the past. I'm looking for Heavy Knight. Where are you? Oh, there you go. You're over here. If you were to reach up to about 17,000 subscribers, I mean, you'll be in the upper half. You'll be very close to the very top 6 here. But, well, down 6, down 4, down 29, down 2, down 24. But would its night theme help it out? Will people be appreciating it now that the primitive game mode has come out and people like to dress up as knights at the moment? I don't know if that's going to last forever, but I could still see some appreciation in the future. So that right there, it's not abnormal. On Wednesday night, we're going to have to figure out, what are we going to actually offer, or actually are we just going to straight up purchase it, or just stick with a buy order? So we'll see. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So looking to probably do between 14 to 17,000 subscribers. Let's now talk about the bow. So sticking with the theme of medieval weapons, bow skins in general, it doesn't look like the prices have improved greatly across the board for all the skins, but I have seen buy orders improving for all of them at the very least. I own quite a lot of bow skins, and during post-Christmas, I was selling them, and I was noticing, wow, that's suddenly got a lot more, money on the side. Wow, that's suddenly got a lot more buy orders on the side, So, yeah, something I've noticed. Is it going to stick? Is it going to hold? Again, is the primitive game mode going to work out very nicely? Are people actively going to keep wanting to jump in? So, hopping out of here, let's do that comparison, and let's go ahead and figure out how much this is going to sell by next Thursday. 7,000 subscribers almost. Do we have a nice comparison? So, we could look at that AK for this one maybe, but I could also bring up the furnace, the Lunar Snake furnace with 6,840 subscribers there. That's actually a very good shout, if anything. Over to here, you could look at the bombshell backpack as well, very close. All right then, let's go do that. So let's go over and take a look at that. No, it's this one. So this furnace, where are you? Here he is. You reached 17,400 subscribers. What is that with these very strange purchases? Like, towards the very end, they just, woof, I've got to buy everything. Okay, chill out. So let's go to the backpack. You did a comfortable 15,700. So perhaps I will look at this and say 15 to 17,000 subscribers, maybe? That's a bit odd. You've made that comparison, but that's ended up going a little bit higher compared to the crossbow. Maybe I'll just stick with 14 to 17,000 subscribers as well. Again, these estimates, not 100% perfect. This is why I like to generalize. And when we kind of get a good picture of the likely sales, then we make considerations. So yeah, I'm going to do 14 to 17,000 subscribers for this as well. Hunting bows. With the more recent one, the Lunar Snake bow, still went down in price. Is it going to be like that forever? By default, if we didn't have this primitive game mode update, I'd only offer 60 cents to 80 cents. And this, right here, the Oathkeeper, I can easily see it branching out into a bigger collection PYH, I know he has the quality to be able to do such a thing. Now, if I go to the highest subscriber counts, we've had some very interesting skins in the past, and they were in demand. Look, that's going up there quite nicely as time goes on. That's doing very well. Almost, that is literally 29,000 subscribers, over 22,000 subscribers. That's all cool. But where are we for our brand new bow over here? If you're going to reach potentially 17,000 subscribers, you're going to be not too far off from the top 6. Interesting. But will you actually, retain interest? Will you actually maintain your price? That is questionable. I like the insignia. I think it looks cool. I just don't fully know if it's going to always be in demand. Again, people want to dress up as knights. I feel like that's probably the best bow skin to use. But what if we see like a heavy knight bow eventually at some point? So at the very least, you can always play it safe and, put a bard below $1. That's up to you. But on Wednesday night, we're going to have to figure that out. So, okay, fair enough. Now let's move on to the Medieval Sword. The Medieval, yeah, it's got a spelling mistake. Just want to bring that up one more time. Anyway, very close with the amount of sales here, 9,268. I think I'm going to be very straightforward with this. I think I'm going to go with 13 to 16,000 subscribers for this sword, which would still be quite a lot. Let me just quickly show you all the salvaged sword skins. Now again, I've been noticing quite a lot of buyouts for these weapons, these skins. Sorry. But yeah, no, they have been bought out, but the prices aren't actually holding up. I think some people made some moves expecting these skins to gradually go up in price as time goes on, but yeah, other people just noticed the prices, the thing's been bought out and they instantly throw their stock on the Steam market as well. Right, so I suggested 13 to 16,000 subscribers. That would make it in the top 3. Wow. Now also, take a look at this. With the more recent salvage sword skins we've had, they've had quite a fair bit more sales. Their prices have not really held up very nicely. But what you see here, right, this is better than where they were before. They were quite a bit. Like most of these were down less than $1. So if you think, oh, that looks a bit depressing, it was worse. So if this primitive update doesn't prove to be successful for the long term, that very likely will be going back down in price, along with all the others, down to just less than $1. Very sorry to say, but it did happen, and it likely could happen again. Are you enjoying yourself in the primitive game mode? Do you see it working out well for the future? Or will there be some changes you think need to be done? Of course there'll be changes. They're going to tweak it and change it over time until it reaches its optimal, game mode. There you go. I didn't know what else to say there, but yeah, you get the idea. So, all right, overall, these weapon skins, if it weren't primitive game mode right now, I'd just do 60 cents or 80 cents for all of them. Well, I mean, crossbow a little bit more, as we said a little bit earlier, but yeah, it's strange. We're in an odd spot. But I don't think that'll be maintaining its price. I think it will still be going down. So just want to say that. So overall, yes, these skins look like they're definitely selling quite a lot more, especially compared to the previous rush stores that we had. But I do expect at one point that every single skin here will be in the negative at some point. I do think it's better off that you stick with doing some barders this week. Now, by all means, you can purchase some simply due to the fact that you just want to wait until the summer. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that if you want to. But barders definitely seems to be the smarter approach, especially with these now selling a little bit excessively. So, cool. Right, is there anything I need to point out? Well, you've got to keep an eye on the commits now, because with the primitive game mode out now, that was it. That was the big update that a lot of us were looking forward to. What's the next one? Probably cooking and probably the jungle biome. We're seeing mentions of new foliage being added for the jungle, and we're seeing mentions of a hopper. So, yeah, looks like that's for take all items, a resource dispenser, animals and players, abstract hopper behavior. So hopper's like something that where you dish it in like a big container, and it categorizes it, organizes it into storage. I do believe that's the case. Or if you're thinking like wheat, you make flour. But no, it looks like it's going to be something that organizes your containers, your storages. So, okay, cool. That's an interesting thing to be aware of. But yeah, cooking updates also still getting changes and tweaks. And, they've got bees here. So how are you going to get honey? We need bees. And for that, you need to beekeep. So yeah, looks like they're talking about honeycombs here at the moment. So that's looking pretty cool. Are you going to rush to play Rust when they release the bees? Oh, imagine if you could attack people with bees. Not the bee. All right, shut up. So anyway, that's cool. So interesting things are currently being worked on, but we'll probably get to wait a while until we see another big update. So, all right. The other way you're going to be aware of what's going on is if you keep an eye on the commits. Bleh. Player count today has reached 232,000. Very impressive. I've put a tweet out talking about how, well, you know what, guys? Very nice to see that this is the highest we've ever seen for a February. Is it going to be a lot more commonplace now to see player counts go over 200,000? Probably, but, you know, this is what it currently is now. We can't foresee the future perfectly, but if we do keep up the momentum, I don't think the average player count will be going below 90,000 anytime soon. We did see 76,000, you know, back in September, but things are looking pretty strong. I can only expect things to be even more fun around the summertime. So keep an eye out. Look forward to what's, you know, potentially going to be added and changed. And yeah, right. So that's cool. And of course, the Twitch drops are out at the moment. Loads of people picking these up, and I hope you have been doing it yourself. If you haven't done anything yet, don't worry. You've still got plenty of time. You've got more than a week to be able to get all these skins. Those skin creators, they are streaming non-stop. Well, except Tabsy, apparently. He has to go to sleep. Shut up. Right. Anyway, so that's cool. That's nice. Let's now go ahead and take a look at these skins from the previous week and see how they're currently holding up. So if we could look at the Lunar New Year Week 2, I'd just like to point out that some of the skins seem to be retaining their value at the moment, which is nice to see. Some of them have already gone down. That's a bit unfortunate, but the inevitable expectation is they are going to drop off once we reach March, April time. So yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. You know, I've got to talk about this as well. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. I was looking for the new stuff. Not you, door knocker, go away. Wallpaper. Lunar New Year wallpaper got bought out. Someone bought out the stock, and now the lowest listing is, well, just under $10. Yeah, so we did not know if, you know, wallpaper was going to hold up nicely, but it seems people truly care about interior design. That right there, it's gone up in price, and for now, it doesn't look like it's going down in price anytime soon. Did you invest into these? Well, let's wait until the summer and see what happens next, right? And over to here, Snake Mask, we expected this to drop off. Right now, it's kind of getting to that point. Well, yep, $5. Baldur's currently here up to $4. But it wouldn't surprise me if it goes down to around $3, maybe a fair bit less. But in the summer, I could see it improving a bit. We shall see. Then over to here, we also haven't had the wall divider. Nice roleplay thing, but is that it? Yeah, probably. Will that be retaining its price? I don't think so. Give it some time. It will keep going down, I'm sure. How low will it go? Well, we did do $2 boulders, and, well, it's not too far off from there, is it? We shall see. Right, so let's just close that. Let's now go to the previous week. So, as we can see, those two garage doors, they sold quite a lot. 45,000 subscribers, 33,000 plus subscribers. Let's go ahead and take a look at their, you know, Steam Market pages. 90 listings. That's $1 cheaper than what it sold for in the Rust store. Oh, wow. And over to here, with so many sales, we see quite a lot of listings already. That's basically matching up to what we were expecting. Could it go lower than this? Probably. With that $2 barter there, will it be going down below $2 at some point in the future? I don't know, but yeah, loads of people bought that because they thought it was like a sequel to the Neon Dragon garage door, but that was a completely different thing, and I was warning people about that, so yeah, here we are. This is the position we're in with this. Now, looking at the other skins here, it's unfortunate to see that SAR's gone down to $1. That's unfortunate. Double door down by almost $1. That's unfortunate. Like, everything here has gone down in price. Not the backpack, though. That's odd. We've had 2 weeks without a backpack, so I guess everybody's gone crazy and started to want to buy that one. Hey, it's fine for what it is, so alright, fair enough. So, alright, fair enough. Okay, well, let's go to the week over to here for January 16. What do we see? Well, the AK's down by 45%, the sleeping bag's down by 20%, the garage door's down by 49%, the bombshell backpack's up by 5%, SAR down by almost 40%, Ultramarine Tier 2, these are down pretty bad, 17 and down 31. The kilt's only up by 5% though, so that's nice. Sheepman double door here, up 4%. The Python's down by half its price. That crossbow there is down by a quarter. Oh dear. And then we can quickly look at January 9. Every single skin here is down in price. The least worst performing ones are these two. Down 10%, down 10%. Alright. Fair enough. That's not too bad. So if this is it at its worst, what does it look like during the summertime? And then for the, you know, January Force Wipe, the first Rust Draw 2025, every single skin except the hammer in the negative. That's a bit unfortunate. But this garage door here, which sold quite a fair bit, well, it's only down by a little bit. But yeah, 16. You're not doing anyone any favours here, buddy. So that was a cool looking garage door. But of course, what happened? More interesting garage doors also appeared after this. And yeah, now it's starting to suffer because of the amount of sales it had. 36,973. Alright then, so overall, these rust doors are starting to go down in price, but this was to be expected, and, well, you saw it for yourself, so be a little bit smarter. Hang on a minute, I meant to look at this one. Be a little bit smarter, maybe stick with some barders. That's the answer, I'd say. Wow, this went on for 45 minutes. I'm so sorry. Well, one final thing I'll quickly bring up. This amount of skins that we have here, the Knight-themed skins, I've already mentioned it, but yeah, you might want to make some considerations if you want to sell them, because there has been a bit of a spike in price for some of them, but not all of them. So if you're considering, oh yes, I'm going to go buy those out and see what happens next, well, they did rise up a price when I first mentioned it, like compared to when I first mentioned it back towards the end of November. It was November 28th, I think, rotation. I said, consider looking out for those Knight skins, and well, here we are. As I mentioned earlier, I made some sales, and oh, I just sold another jacket, so there we go. Profit, yippee, cool. So yeah, give it a good look, and if the price is good for you, make some sales. There you go, simple as. Right, that's it, that's a wrap, so thank you very much for watching me, I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later, soon, goodbye.